I can't believe I let myself be played for a sucker.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I simply relied on your reputation as a caring private eye.
Careless is more like it. I should have never flown to New York on just a phone call.
Well, you're here now. You might as well relax and enjoy it. It's a lovely day for a cruise, don't you think? Oh, Alan, lunch. Thank you. Just put it on the table, please. I don't know. There's something about this sea air that always makes me famished. Aren't you going to eat anything, Miss Callison?
I'm not hungry.
Oh, I'd keep up my strength if I were you. Rob has some time to come up with the ransom. But until he does, you're going to stay right where you are.
What the hell are you doing here?
Don't worry. I know you made it quite clear you don't want to see me, but it's Cassie I've come to talk to.
Well, you've wasted your time. She's not here.
I hope that doesn't mean I've caused problems between you two.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's the farthest thing from your mind.
Look, please, don't be angry with me. I know I behaved abominably at the wedding yesterday, and that's why I've come to apologize to Cassie. I hated seeing her so upset.
I'll give her the message.
I'd rather tell her myself.
I told you, Cass isn't here.
Well, I am. So why don't you just calm down and offer me a drink?
Hello. Boy, are you crazy? I can't let you count on her. Trust me. I don't let you count on her.
Paramedics. What's going on? She's unconscious right now. If I don't give her an air passage, she can't breathe.
What is this?
She's out. She can't breathe. I'm going to do a tracheotomy. Listen, give me some antiseptic, give me some adhesive tape and a straw right now. Move, somebody, please. Give me what I need now.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time.
Here's the antiseptic, sir, and some gauze.
Great. Thanks, Aaron. Anybody call the paramedics yet?
Yeah, I did. They're on their way.
Okay, good.
Hang on, sweetheart. You're gonna be fine. Love you, honey.
This is great. Okay, this is gonna hold her till the paramedics get here. Don't let her change positions, okay? She's breathing through that straw. Right now, I don't want to dislodge you, okay?
You saved Vicky's life.
Tina, what happened here today?
Well, we were all having some lunch, and Vicky ate this piece of French bread, and she started choking on it. And the next thing I knew, Bo had her on the desk, and he said the only way to save her life was with this tracheotomy.
It's amazing. Bo, you look a little shaken here.
Yeah, well, it's a very tricky procedure, Gordon.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just, well, I can't help wonder, where the hell did you learn how to do an emergency tracheotomy?
My God, what happened?
My little brother just saved my wife's life.
Honey, why did you run out on me like that?
Because I failed you again.
Mary Lynn, making love is not a measure of success or failure. It's what two people do when they're feeling really intensely about each other.
And why can't I go through with it?
You just obviously need some more time, that's all.
I thought if I married you that it would make a difference, but it hasn't. Wait, I shouldn't have married you. I shouldn't have made a promise to be your wife when it's obvious that I can't.
Well, don't say that. Before we got married, we talked about all this, remember? And I told you I wasn't gonna pressure you. Honey, you are making a big deal out of this. We've got our whole lives to make love.
What if I can't? What if I'll never be able to make love to you?
You will be able to. Right now, you're just too upset, that's all.
Wait, how long is it going to take you to realize that you've married a woman who's incapable of giving you the love that you need?
Mary Lynn, listen to me. You're getting all worked up over nothing here.
Yeah, nothing. That's about all I'm good for right now.
Now, you stop it. That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I feel so incompetent.
Hey, listen to me. Do you remember that night we were about to make love in your bedroom? You were not incompetent. And you didn't have any reservations. And until your father walked in and spoiled the whole thing, we would have been lovers.
But we're not. So what difference did that night make?
What's different is what's gone on in your life between now and then. Look, we've been over and over and over this, honey. You've got to get over the death of your mother. That's all. And then everything will be fine.
Wait, I don't want to talk about my mother.
We've got to talk about her. Because you've got to finally realize you're not responsible for her death. It wasn't your fault.
Look, just drop it, okay?
Excuse me. I was wondering if I could clean the floor now. I have to go home soon.
Go for it.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap at you.
Why are you so nervous?
I just don't like the idea of you being in Cassie's home.
I only came to apologize.
Well, it's not necessary. I already explained to Cassie why you kissed me yesterday. She understands how you feel.
I'm so relieved. I really didn't mean to upset her, Robert. Or you. Contrary to what you may think about me, I'm not a vengeful person. I still love you. I suppose I always will.
I know. I never meant to hurt you. And I'm sorry what's happened between us.
Don't be. We had a wonderful time together. While it lasted.
Oh, please, don't bring up the past again.
I should never have gone away on safari. I should have come back here with you. Then you wouldn't have been free to see Cassie again, and we'd be getting married at the end of the month, just as we planned. But obviously, you didn't care enough about me to resist the temptation of being alone with Cassie.
That's not true. I cared about you a lot. I still do.
Then please, don't make the mistake of tossing me aside before you're absolutely sure about what you want.
It's not that easy, Joanna. I need some time to sort it out.
Seems as if you had enough time to plan a trip.
Yes, well, Cassie and I are looking forward to getting away for a little while. In fact, I'm waiting for a phone call from the travel agent to cement our plans.
And once again, I managed to walk into the middle of an idyllic scene and make a complete fool of myself. But you know what? I don't care. I intend to do everything in my power to make you change your mind. Refill.
I would prefer it if you just left. This is a really lousy time to talk about this.
Why? Are you afraid Cassie will walk in on us again? Afraid she'll misinterpret us being together and storm out on you?
No, not at all. Besides, I'm not expecting Cassie for quite a while.
Well, then.
Sorry, Robert, but you're not going anywhere until I make you mine again.
Here.
Thank you. Now, why don't you tell me all about Cassie?
What do you want to know?
Everything. Maybe it'll help me understand why you're so in love with her.
What good would it do to talk about Cassie now?
Maybe it'll convince me that you're telling me the truth.
About what?
About why you seem so distracted. Did Cassie really understand what prompted me to kiss you at the wedding yesterday?
Yes, and I told you she wasn't upset about it.
Robert?
Yeah, well, she was upset that it was the second time she'd found you in my arms.
I don't blame her. It was quite obvious that you enjoyed it. You did enjoy it, didn't you? I mean, you couldn't have forgotten so soon how we felt about each other. The pleasure we experienced together.
Now stop it. This is not getting us anywhere. Now look, I'm sorry. I have not forgotten the good times or how much you meant to me, but things have changed. I've changed. You got to give me some time to work things out.
I can wait.
Why? Why would you waste your time waiting for me when you are too gifted and beautiful to settle for anything less than a man who absolutely adores you?
You adored me once. But now Cassie has you fooled into believing it's her that you want. You've been uneasy since I walked in here, and I know why. You're torn. You're torn because you know that it's me you still love.
What can I do to convince you? What can I say to make you understand?
I do understand. That's why I followed you here to America, to convince you that deep down in my heart, I know what I'm doing is best for both of us.
All right, that's it. I'm getting off of this merry-go-round because it is obviously pointless to talk about this anymore, so why don't you just leave?
All right, I will. But at least let me stay here until my chauffeur gets back from the errands I asked him to run for me. He'll ring from downstairs when he returns.
Yeah, sure.
You are one cool customer, you know that? Here you are, facing a life in prison, yet you're chowing down like you're on some kind of pleasure cruise.
What makes you think I have any intention of setting up house in a local prison?
Oh, you've already made your reservations by kidnapping me.
Yes, but they have to catch me first.
Well, they'll catch you. Not only do I know what you look like, but I will remember you. And when the police catch you, I'm telling you, it will be a pleasure to see you behind bars.
You know, it's very sweet of you to be so concerned about my future. But I think you should be concerned about your own future, assuming you have one.
Your threats don't scare me.
It's not a threat, my dear. It's a fact. If your boyfriend doesn't deliver the money as instructed, the next time you see him will be at your funeral.
There's a call for you, Miss Phillips.
Thank you, Alan. Would you please take our guest below?
Come on, let's go.
I'm coming. Easy with the rough stuff, Popeye.
Hello?
It's me. How are things progressing?
Wonderfully. Our guest is a bit feisty, but I can handle her.
Good. Robert has the money. Call him with the delivery instructions. But set the meeting for tonight, after dark.
Understood. I'll let you know how I make out.
Fine. Until then.
And may I infer from your smile that everything is progressing as planned?
Yes. The second phase is underway. Everything's going very smoothly. Let's hope your man in Vanview has as easy a time of it.
Okay.
Maybe this will teach me to curb my appetite for French bread, or maybe chew 20 times before swallowing.
Well, I'm happy to see you joking about it, but I don't mind telling you I was scared to death I was going to lose you, honey.
Oh, no, you can't get rid of me that easily now after everything we've been through.
Don't talk so much, Vicky.
Okay.
What happens now, Larry?
Well, I've got her on antibiotics to ward off the infection. I think we'll keep her in the hospital overnight.
Just overnight, I hope.
I see no reason why you can't go home tomorrow.
Okay.
If you promise to keep the talking to a minimum.
Okay.
All right? Ah, here we go. Oh, that was some professional job you did. The boys down in ER are very impressed.
Larry, you should have seen him. He was wonderful. I mean, he took charge of the situation, and he knew exactly what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think a surgeon could have done any better. You saved her life, Bo. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Looks like we have a hero in our midst.
Herb, do me a favor. Will you just drop the hero bit, okay? I did what I had to do.
He's modest, too, isn't he? Well, look, I just want to make sure Vicky was all right. I've got to get back to the office.
Now, Herb, by the way, what brought you by the house?
Oh, it's just the new wills Vicky and Clint asked me to draw up. I need the signature, but that'll have to wait now.
Well, you know what? If it's just signatures, maybe you could just step in and get them right now.
No, I don't want to bother him. Vicky needs to rest. Just tell Clint that I'll be in touch to reschedule.
Okay. Will do.
Yeah, but once again, nice going, Bo. Vicky was very lucky you were there.
Thank you very much, Herb. Well, take it easy, Herb.
Well, he's right. Vicky was very lucky to have you there. Only there is one thing that I'm still kind of in the dark about.
What's that?
Look, I don't really know much about you. Anything I do know is what I've learned from Clint. And one thing he's always said is that you just were never very scholarly. And now Larry said you did like a professional job with this whole thing. And again, it brings me back to my original question when I asked you back at the house. How did you know how to perform an emergency tracheotomy?
Well, do art.
Why is everyone making such a big deal out of this thing? Clint must have told you, Cord, that I was in Vietnam.
Yeah, so?
So you learn a lot while you're in the service.
You're telling me you learned how to do the tracheotomy in Vietnam?
I flew helicopters, Cord, gunships. Before that, I flew dust-off helicopters. You know, medevac. I've helped medics do more serious things than just this. Do you want to hear stories? Huh? I can tell you stories that'll curl your hair, but I don't even like to think about that. And I especially don't like to talk about it. I'm just grateful that today I at least knew how to save Vicky's life.
Oh, I know, it's a miracle. He was there and he knew what to do. I mean, you should be thanking him, not giving him the 3rd degree.
Oh, hey, believe me, I'm very grateful. It just seems like you took a hell of a risk, Bo. I mean, it's been a long time since Vietnam when you ever had to do any kind of procedure like that. What if you had made a mistake? What if you had cut something the wrong way? You could have killed her.
I was not going to risk Vicky's life. I'm sure he wouldn't have done anything unless he knew exactly what he was doing, right, Bo?
Yes.
Bo?
Yeah?
I think he would like to see you.
Okay.
Don't let her talk too much.
All right. Hi. How you feeling?
Better.
Well, you know, the doc says that you're not supposed to be talking too much now.
I know. But I had to tell you how grateful I am to you, Bo. I mean it. You saved my life again. Bo, if there's ever anything you need, anything you want, anything that I can do for you, please come to me first. Please.
I will. Now, listen, you promised me, though, that you're going to rest your voice and you're going to let yourself heal fast now.
It's a deal. Both, thank you.
Shh. I'm just glad I was able to do what I could for you.
Larry, is she going to be all right?
She'll be fine, sure, once she heals. Her throat will be a little sore, but then she'll be talking up a storm.
Oh, thank God. And thank you for your help.
Oh, come on. I'll check in on her, make sure she's comfortable.
Will you? I'd appreciate that.
No problem. See you later.
Gino, what exactly are you suggesting here?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying the truth.
Problem?
Yes, Cord is jealous of Bo.
And what exactly have I got to be jealous of?
Oh, isn't it obvious? Look, you're just being so suspicious of him.
Listen, Clint, all I am saying is that it has been a long time since Bo ever had to do any kind of procedure like that. What if he had forgotten what he was doing?
Well, no, wait a minute. I'm a little confused here. Where did he learn to do that in the first place?
He said it was in Vietnam. He said he did that kind of thing all the time. My problem is, what if he had forgotten how to do the procedure? What if he had forgotten some detail and he could have hurt Vicky?
Well, I don't know. I'm just damn glad he didn't. Or I'd lost Vicky.
Believe me, Clint, I am grateful that he saved her. I don't know, maybe it's just one more thing about Uncle Bo that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Do you remember the smashing time we had in Monte Carlo on the Haversham Fitz's yacht? Oh, it must have been August. It was a hot night, and we disrobed and plunged into the Mediterranean. Oh, it was wonderful. Splashing about in the water, naked as the day we were born.
Who is naked?
We all were. Now, don't try and tell me you don't remember, because I know that you do. I told you what a gorgeous body you had, and you said mine was as lithe as a sea nymph.
Yes, well, I think the chauffeur should be here by now, so why don't you just head out?
Why are you so eager to get rid of me?
I told you, I have a lot of things I gotta do.
Oh, yes, I forgot. You're waiting on a telephone call from your travel agent.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I don't know why it's taken so long for him to get back to me.
Is Cassie's body as lithe as mine?
Okay, that's it. I don't care if you have to stand on the street. I want you out of here right now. Herb, hello.
Hello, Rob. I've been trying to get through to Cassie for the last hour. I keep getting a busy signal. Thought I'd drop by.
You must be Cassie's father.
Yes.
I'm Joanna Layton.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Didn't I see you at the wedding yesterday?
Why, yes.
You friend of Cassie's?
Not exactly. I'm Robert's fiancée.
Oh, I'm sorry you have to be going now. Forgive me if I don't show you out. I'll talk to you later.
All right, darling. Nice meeting you, Mr. Callison.
That's right, sweetheart. It's me.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I was only trying to protect you.
That's all right. I told you I forgave you, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh, I was so proud of the way you stood up for me.
But Donald is the one who should be dead, not you.
No, that's all right, honey. You gave him what he deserved. A life in prison is going to be far worse for him than death.
Nothing can be too awful for him, especially after all the horrible things he said about you during the trial. He made up all these lies about you, Mom. About how you loved him and how you wanted him.
Well, that's all right now, honey. I'm dead and buried. It's all over.
But the lies, they tarnished your memory, so he won after all. They were lies, weren't they, Mom?
No. Mary Lynn, the fact is, Donald and I had a very intense relationship.
No, that's not true. He was a horrible man.
Yes, and that's what I found so thrilling about him.
No. You were going to marry Dad. You loved Dad. You were going to be part of our family
Mary
again.
Lynn, stop it. I was lying. I was lying to you. I was lying to myself. I was lying to Tom. Honey, I was trying to make you happy. I was trying to give you the family you wanted. I couldn't live like that. That would have killed me. To stay with boring, self-righteous Tom? No. Sweetheart, as much as I loved you, I needed Donald.
No!
Honey, look at me. You have to face the facts. I am not the person you want me to be. Face the facts, look at it, and accept it.
Raisin Nut Bran tastes better than Kellogg's, better than Post. It's got juicy nut-covered raisins and big, crisp flakes.
People have a better time around Raisin Nut Bran.
The best tasting Raisin Bran.
Allergies. I can't breathe.
Before and Afrin. When allergies shut you down, Afrin will open you up. What Afrin does in 5 minutes takes Sudafed over an hour. It's the #1 recommended nasal spray.
It's birth control for roaches. Black Flag Roach Ender.
Other products kill, but survivors breed thousands more roaches. Roach Ender brand kills and sterilizes young survivors so they can't reproduce. Black Flag Roach Ender.
I don't see the difference. Do you see the difference? No, I don't see the difference.
The big difference you'll see when you clean with Ajax products is the 20% you can save.
Now I see the difference.
Why pay more?
One life to live will continue in a moment.
You're in heart failure. Heart failure.
He knew what was happening. You keep fighting.
Heart Sounds, Thursday.
Be one of the first 50 to call Living Well Lady at 1-800-LIVE-WELL, and you'll get a free membership. That's 2 weeks on us, so call 1-800-LIVE-WELL. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Tawana Brawley breaks her silence.
The Brawley family is very strong.
Coming up at 5, an Eyewitness News exclusive as Tawana talks to reporter Tim Minton about the case, her mother, and their advisors.
And we approve of everything that Reverend Al Sharpton said.
Plus, the man charged with the beating death of little Lisa Steinberg wants to get out of jail. We're at the courthouse as a judge decides whether to release Joel Steinberg on bail. And at 6...
This is my command.
Joel Siegel reviews Sean Connery's new thriller, The Presidio, today at 5 and at 6 here on Channel 7.
Taking the dog for a shampoo today? Don't. Wait till you see what's going on at Wallbaum's. Big savings are brewing on Maxwell House Coffee. Only $1.89 for a 13-ounce can, all varieties but decaf. Prices are heading south on Northern Bath Tissue. Wallbaum's priced at 79 cents for a package of 4 rolls. Look for a thaw in the price of Elan frozen yogurt. Only $1.49 a pint, all flavors. Sorry, Scooter. Come share our values. Wallbaum's.
Teacher-student affairs on the next Oprah Winfrey Show.
Sweetheart, when you reach my stage in life, you have to start looking at the truth. And it may be real hard to look at, but you have to do it. And you know what I learned? I can't be committed to just one man, Mary Lynn. I need excitement in my life. I need to live on the edge of danger to be satisfied. And there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No. I love you so much.
Oh, sweetheart, I love you too. That's why I came when you called me. I wanted to make sure I was here to help you with all your problems in your life and make sure you go the right way.
I'm so confused right now. I love Wade so much, and I want to be happy with him like you told me I should be. But even though we're married, I can't bring myself to make love to him. And I thought being his wife would make a difference. And it hasn't. Why? Why can't I open up to him? Why can't I be a wife to him?
Sweetheart, it's because you're young. You're young, just like I was young when I married Tom. And no matter how hard I tried to make him happy, I still broke his heart.
I don't want to break Wade's heart.
Well, I know you don't, sweetheart, but maybe that's inevitable. Maybe there's something more you want from your life, something different.
No, I know Wade is the man I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Well, maybe, but you know what, Mary Lynn? Your life is an open book. You don't know what excitement there is waiting for you. But there is one thing I know. I know that you are a perfect reflection of me. It's so incredible to look at your little daughter and know that when she looks in the mirror, she sees her mother staring at her. Mary Lynn, you are just like me. And maybe just like me, one man is not going to make you happy. Maybe just like me, you need more than one person to keep your life satisfied.
No, I am not like you. I'm different. As much as I love you, Mom, I'm not like you. You're wrong. You're wrong. Mom.
Mary Lynn?
Mom. Wade.
Yeah. Listen, I took a long walk and I thought a lot about this. There's no getting around it. We have to talk about your mother. Now.
How is she?
She's resting.
Oh, good.
Little brother, I don't know how I'm going to thank you for this one.
I'll tell you what, thanks for me would be if everybody just would put a lid on this whole hero thing.
Yeah, well, you got to admit, you came through like the cavalry for me.
Instinct just kicked in. Situation came up and I just reacted. I'm glad, though, that I could remember what to do after all those years.
The court said you learned how to do that in Vietnam. That's been, what, over 20 years ago?
Yeah, but some things you just never forget.
I reckon. It really was amazing the way you just jumped right in there. I kind of had the feeling I was watching a fellow who'd had years of experience doing it.
It kind of amazed me, too, but when the adrenaline starts pumping, it just seemed like everything I was doing was yesterday.
I'm glad it did. Because if it hadn't, I'd have lost her.
Yeah, well, she's still alive, and that's the most important thing, isn't it?
You bet. I'm going to see how she's holding up.
Okay. Herb came by. He said you'll have to reschedule your appointment.
All the excitement, I forgot we even had an appointment.
Well, he's on his way to his office.
Oh, thanks. I'll try and call him later.
Okay.
I know you don't want to hear any more hero worship, but I have to admire the way you just saved the day there.
Well, Tina, you're right, but in your case, I'd like to make an exception because it's always nice when you get some attention from such a beautiful little lady. But I'm gonna have to put it on hold right now.
You leaving?
Yeah, why?
Well, I was hoping you'd give me a ride home. Clint's gonna want to spend some time with Vicky, and I'm stuck here without a car.
Well, I've just got this meeting, and it's really important. It's short. Now, if you hang in here, I can come back and I'll give you a lift home.
Oh, that'd be great. As long as I don't have to run into Cord. I just can't stand his jealousy.
What jealousy?
You're so sweet to act like you don't even notice, but I have to apologize to you for the way he's been so hostile to you. The only thing I can figure out is he's just jealous.
Well, I don't blame him. I think I'd be jealous, too, if I let you slip away. Now, you stay put. And I'm going to be right back as soon as I can.
Mrs. Phillips, please, why don't you put an end to this before it's too late?
I'm afraid the next step is entirely up to Robert.
You didn't give him enough time. You only gave him until tonight to come up with $1 million.
If he's concerned about your welfare, he'll come up with $1 million.
How do you know he didn't call my mother or the police or both? They could be on their way here right now. Please, let me go while you still have a chance.
Do you really think your lover is so stupid as to ignore my orders after I told him that if he did, he would never see you alive again? Besides, remember, the only address Rob has is a phony one that I gave you when I called asking you to take my case. Now, if the police have been called in, they're looking for us in Manhattan, not out here at sea. By the time they figure it out, this matter will be resolved one way or another.
Why are you doing this? This is absolutely crazy.
It's simple. I was leading a very happy and very prosperous life until you helped my husband uncover my little embezzlement scheme. Believe me, $1 million ransom is a mere drop in the bucket compared to the fortune you've cost me to lose.
All right. Suppose Rob does not come up with $1 million. Then all of this would have been for nothing.
Oh, no, my dear. Not for nothing. I intend to exact my revenge. If your lover doesn't meet my demands, I will simply order the captain to take us further out to sea, and you will be dumped overboard. It'll be days before your body is washed ashore, and by that time I'll be long gone. Perhaps none the richer, but at least satisfied that I've evened the score between us.
You're bluffing.
A touch of the bravado, my dear. Well, I wouldn't worry. It's up to Robert to come up with the money now. Let's just stop clawing at each other and play a civilized game of cards.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Huh, that's a spirit. I think you'll find me a very gracious host.
Somehow, I did not picture you as the Dolly Madison of kidnappers.
I can explain about Joanna.
I think that'd be a good idea.
All right, we met in Europe after Cassie and I got divorced. We started dating, and one thing led to another, and we got engaged. Then I came to Landview looking for my father, and I found myself falling in love with your daughter again. Now things are just a little complicated.
You having an extra woman on your hands is a bit of a complication, I'd say, yes. Especially when the woman thinks she's still engaged to you.
Well, I went to London to break it off, but she came here to try to talk me out of it.
So I see. Does Cassie know?
Yes. I told her everything.
Good. So where is she? I mean, you looked real worried when I walked in.
Well, yeah, I am. I mean, I always am when she's on a case.
What case?
Well, she got this call from New York. That's why I was so freaked when you said the phone was off the hook. I'm expecting to hear from her.
My daughter, the private investigator. I wish she'd find some other line of work.
Yeah, me too.
Well, tell her to call me when she gets back, all right? And, good luck with Miss Layton. I've always liked you, Rob. You know that. And if you and Cassie really are getting back together, I'd hate to see anything come between you.
Ellen, it's Mrs. Phillips. I think she's fainted.
Mrs. Phillips?
Oh, right. I seem to have underestimated you. I won't make that mistake again.
Mr. Beau Buchanan to see you, ma'am. He says it concerns an important business matter.
Show him in, Malcolm, please.
Very good, ma'am.
Thank you. Hello, Elizabeth.
What's all this about an important business matter? Was there a problem at the office?
No, but there's something came up, and I wanted to tell you about it myself before you happen to read it in the paper. And I've covered everything.
What happened?
I was having lunch at Landfair. Vicky got something stuck in her throat. I ended up having to save her life.
I hate to ask, because I have the feeling that it was not by using the Heimlich maneuver.
No, I did a tracheotomy.
Good Lord. Was anyone else there?
Well, yeah, there was Cord, there was Clint, Tina, not to mention Herb Callison was there.
You idiot, what are you thinking?
I was thinking of saving Vicky's life. What do you want me to do? You want me to just sit there and watch the woman die?
And how on earth did you explain your ability to perform such a procedure?
Just calm down. I told them that I learned how to do it in Vietnam.
That was over 20 years ago.
I know how long ago it was. I told them some things you just never forget.
And did they believe you?
Tina believed me, for sure. I think I convinced Clint, but...
What about Cord?
I don't think Cord really believes that I could do something that I did so skillfully in such a long period of time.
I knew it. I knew that eventually you would pull some kind of a crazy stunt like this.
What was I supposed to do?
I don't know. But we have to think of something to convince Cord. Get him off the trail. We have come too far to allow anything this idiotic to interfere with our plans.
Listen, I've handled guys like Cord before.
Where? Vietnam?
Elizabeth, I know that maybe it wasn't the best explanation to come up with, but I was under some real pressure. I was concerned about saving Vicky at that time. I'm not going to let anything happen to that woman until we see her signature on a new will.
You risked blowing your cover just to make sure that Tina inherits half the Lord's fortune?
Elizabeth, that cash can come in very handy, don't you think?
If you win her over.
I've got Tina right in the palm of my hand.
Well, that's just fine. But from here on, we can't afford any more mistakes. And take care of Cord. I don't want him sniffing around like a pig looking for truffles.
Don't worry about it. He's going to back off, believe me, when he sees that nobody else is going to buy any of his suspicions.
He'd better. I don't want to take drastic measures just to protect our interests.
I agree. I do. Listen, I've got to get back to the hospital. I told Tina I'd come back and pick her up. You want to know something funny? The one bright spot in this? You can't imagine what it's like when somebody sees all the heroes that they ever worship all rolled up into one person, and it's you.
And just be sure she keeps thinking that. Being so close to you, she might be the first one to see your feet of clay, and then ruin everything by flapping that unstoppable mouth of hers.
I know I blew my cool, and I should not have stormed out of here. I'm sorry. Listen, honey, when I woke you up, was something wrong?
Oh, I just dozed off, that's all.
Well, you must have been having a bad dream because you were moving around a lot and you mumbled something about your mom.
I don't want to talk about it. It's not important.
Damn it. Yes, it is important. I'm your husband now, and you should be able to tell me everything. Whatever it is, I can understand.
I wish that were true.
Of course it's true. What, you don't trust me now?
Of course I do. And I love you very much, and that's why it's killing me to hurt you like this.
No. I'll tell you what's hurting me. What's hurting me is the fact that you can't let me help you.
You can't.
Yes, I can. All you've got to do is tell me what's troubling you.
No.
Okay. Okay. We've got a lot of time to talk about it. Promise I won't.
Don't touch me. I picked up a sunburn.
Hello?
Time is running out, Mr. Cornell. Have you got the money? Good. Bring it to New York. Pier 18 tonight, 9 o'clock. Alone.
Okay, but I want to talk to Cassie again.
I'm afraid she's tied up at the moment.
Very funny. I want to make sure she's all right before I hand over the cash.
Fair enough. Keep it short.
Rob.
Are you all right? Did they hurt you?
No, please, just do as they say.
I am. I'm coming to get you. I love you.
I love you. That was very sweet. Now, don't turn this into a tragedy by bringing the cops along tonight.
so much for driving me home. I mean, I did want to see Vicky and everything, but with Asa and Steve in the hospital, I have seen enough of hospitals lately. Look, can I get you a drink?
No, really, I can't stay anyway. I've got to go to the office, pick up some papers, and I wanted to go by and check on Vicky again.
Yeah, who is alive, thanks to you.
Tina, don't start again, please.
I can't help it, okay? I am amazed by the way that you saved the day.
It was really no big deal. You could have done the same thing yourself if you'd have done it and seen it done as many times as I have.
Me? Are you kidding? I couldn't do that. No, I mean, thank goodness we didn't have to depend on me today. For number one, I cannot stand the sight of blood. And number two, I've never been known for being real good under pressure.
You? Tina? Come on. I've heard about you lately with the chips down. I mean, surviving the jungles in Argentina, and then all of a sudden you were able to find your baby in Venice?
Well, I admit I've had my share of problems and things, but I mean, you were so cool under pressure. I don't know, the more I get to know you, the more I find to admire about you.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
No, it's not just flattery. I really mean it. I mean, the way you just took charge of the situation today.
See, that's because you haven't been involved with a man for a long time. Just boys. Like Cord, Max.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what frightens me a little.
Frightens why?
Well, I just feel like I've kind of lost control in this situation. You know, I don't feel I could ever control you.
Do you want to?
No.
Then I guess it'd be a very pleasant change. Wouldn't it?
Cindy's sleeping in snugly.
Oh, this is nice. I feel like I haven't seen you lately.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. I wasn't looking for that. I know how busy you've been lately with work and then Vicky's emergency.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to see her today?
Yeah, I did, and she's doing just fine.
Yeah, I thought so. I stopped by and see her this morning on my way over to the school for the blind.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, how's that going?
Well, it's going pretty well.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Hold on. Here, Rob, how about getting a little lady a glass of wine, and I'll have double bourbon, actually.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. What's going on?
I thought you invited me to have dinner in your suite.
I did.
So what are we doing sitting here?
I need time to prepare. Now, remember what I told you. You're not allowed to go up there until the maitre d' says you can.
What are you up to?
It's a surprise. I won't be long, I promise. Just keep an open mind. And remember, if children can play, why not adults?
I got your message. Sounded important.
Yeah, I'd say straightening you out is real important.
About what?
You pushed it way too far at that wedding yesterday. It's about time I put a stop to it.
Larry, hi.
Well, Tina, what are you doing here? I thought you left a couple hours ago.
Well, I did, but I came back to see Vicky, and I thought I might look in on Steve. Listen, have you seen Bo? He said he might come back to see Vicky, too.
No, I haven't. I got to tell you, I'm still very impressed with the job he did. It's very professional. A tracheotomy is not an easy procedure. I mean, one small slip in either direction, and it's over. I didn't know he had it in him.
You know, Larry, the more I get to know him, the more talented and sensitive I find out he is.
Yeah. Well, it's sure nice of both of you to give Vicky the kind of support she needs right now. You'll excuse me. I'm off. I'll see you later.
Gabrielle?
Al, what's wrong? Has Steve taken a turn for the worse?
No. No, he's exactly the same. That's why I'm upset. I just don't know how much more I can take. I'm at the end of my rope. I really don't know how much more I can take.
That's just fine, Mr. Coronel. Okay, come on out. Our guest of honor is here. Now, give me the money.
I'm not handing over a dime until I know where Cassie is and that she's safe.
Here's your lady love, my friend. But her safety, now that's entirely up to you.
Rob, do what they say.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Just please give them the money.
Good advice, Mr. Coronel. I'd suggest that you take it. Because if you don't have the money, then you could just kiss this little lady goodbye.
Don't hurt her. I've got the money.
Small unmarked bills?
Yeah, just like you told me.
Good. Now let's see it.
First, let go of Cassie.
All right, we'll make a trade. You slide the money over here, I let your girlfriend go.
Why should I trust you?
What are your options?
Hold it right there, or you'll be a dead hero. You want to let her go.
So I lied.
Out, lady! If you know what's good for you. Cassie, take it easy. Just do what they say.
Very good advice. All right, look. Check the briefcase.
Looks like it's all here.
All right. Look, go outside and check the area. I don't trust this guy. Make sure the boys in blue didn't follow him here, huh? Better make sure that your boyfriend here didn't do anything stupid. It'd be sure a waste of a beautiful woman if I had to teach this guy a lesson. But don't worry, sweet lady. One way or the other, this is all going to be over with real soon.
I didn't realize that I said anything to upset you.
Oh, get off it, Johnson. You know damn well you've been lining me up as a suspect.
Why would I do that?
Look, if you think I had anything to do with Steve's attack because of custody of Al, why don't you quit the tap dance routine, come right out and say it?
I have not accused anybody of anything.
That's right. All you do is lay down little hints, hoping someone will take up the bait.
I see.
No, you don't see. But I'm going to open your eyes and shut your mouth once and for all.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, first, it's true Steve did want custody of Al, but that's only natural. He and Gabrielle have been raising the boy since they've been married. Steve just felt he wanted to be Al's father in name as well as spirit.
I had heard there was going to be a custody battle.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. Gabrielle and I had already started to work out a compromise.
Without Steve's knowledge?
No, we hadn't talked to him about it. Now, I admit, before he left to Arizona, I was ready to fight for Al. But after he left, Gabrielle and I sat down, we had a little talk. We came up with a workable agreement, and we decided it was best for all if we were able to find a friendly solution.
So you came to this arrangement without his knowledge, yet you're sure that he would have agreed to it?
Of course he would. All Steve wanted was what was best for Al, which was a strong family unit, and I came to realize that that's what mattered most to the happiness of my son. Steve wanted a court battle no more than I did. Trouble is, attacked before I could get a hold of him.
That's too bad. I'd be curious to see how he would have reacted to this arrangement.
I told you how he'd react. He did whatever was best for Al. Why the hell do you keep pushing this?
Because I'm trying to get the facts straight. Like when Steve first went to an adoption lawyer, did Gabrielle fight him on this?
Of course not. She's Steve's wife.
Wives have been known to disagree with their husbands.
I admit, they had problems. But that was in the past. Gabrielle found what she wanted most was a strong family for Al, a good environment for him to be raised along with the kids they were planning on having.
I hadn't heard that they were going to have more kids.
Yeah, well, you can just add that to your list of misconceptions. I want you to just lay off of me and get back to finding the guy that did this to Steve.
I want to thank you for a most illuminating and interesting conversation. You know, this is the part of detective work that I find the most interesting. Sometimes you start out asking questions, and you get answers to questions you didn't even ask.
I'm sorry I'm such a mess. It's just that if he doesn't come out of a coma... You know, the doctors, they give me hope, but there's really no guarantee.
I'm afraid hope is all we have to go on.
Yeah. Steve used to be so full of life and energy. I don't know how much longer I can watch him lying there, just empty of everything he used to be.
Honey, you don't know that. You don't know what's going on inside him, and as long as he's still alive, there's a chance he could come back to us.
I know. I keep trying to think about that. The longer he's in a coma, the more he just slips away from us.
Now, didn't his doctors in Arizona say something about patients like him just coming out of a coma, just like that, when they have something to live for?
Yes. That's why they feel it's very important for me to be with him and talk to him. And Tina, I have been beside him every day. I've never seen a response to... I don't know how much more I can take.
It can't be much of a life for you, just sitting in there, waiting all the time. I mean, you can't even plan for the future.
If we have a future.
You know, I really admire your strength. I don't know if I could hold up under this much pressure, and certainly no one would blame you if you couldn't.
I'm not concerned about myself. I'm concerned about Steve. The suffering he's going through. You know, if this should all come to an end, it's the peace that he's going to find that is important to me, not because there's some burden lifted off my shoulders.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi.
I didn't see you there.
I was just going to do a little reading to Steve.
At this hour?
Well, it's a little more peaceful after visiting hours, and Dr. Wallach said it was all right, but if it's bad for you, Gabrielle, I'll come back
No, I
later.
think it's a good time. I think Gabrielle could use a break. Look, why don't you let me drive you home so you can get some rest?
No, I think I need some time on my own. Besides, the babysitter's been there for hours.
Well, I suppose I should look in on Vicky before Larry throws me out of here.
Thank you. I really appreciate everything you're doing.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thanks. She really needed the break.
Good. Bye. Bye-bye. Hello again.
I'm sorry, sir. I just can't take my mind off of Uncle Bo.
What do you mean, the way you saved Vicky's life?
Yeah. Did you want to tell me something? How does a fellow who doesn't have any kind of medical experience whatsoever perform this emergency tracheotomy right there on the spot with a knife that just happened to be laying around and a straw?
Well, I had to take some medical courses when I was in college, and I remember it being a fairly straightforward procedure.
Oh? And you'd be able to, like, just complete the procedure just like that?
Oh, no, I mean, I think I'd try to get some help if I could.
Uh-huh. That's exactly my point. I mean, the man did not hesitate for a second. He didn't miss a beat. He just took over the whole situation. He took control of it like he'd been doing that kind of thing a million times.
I know, but he said that he had performed the procedure before in Vietnam, right?
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I mean, the man has got an answer for everything. Every time something comes up that doesn't quite jive with what Clint or Vicky or somebody else in the family has told me about this man before he came to town, he's got this logical explanation for it before I even ask the question.
Are you sure it's not Bo that's bothering you? Or maybe it goes a little deeper than that. Maybe it goes right down to all the attention he's been giving Tina.
Mr. Russell? Miss Kramer just called and would like to see you in her room.
Oh, okay, thanks. Well, Lord Henry Layton.
Yes?
Yes, John Russell. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk at the wedding yesterday or in London.
Glad to rectify the situation. I'm very grateful to you for your help in informing Joanna about Robert's involvement with Cassie.
Yes, well, I just wanted to make sure that Cassie didn't get hurt in all of this.
Yes, I understand. I'm just as concerned about Joanna's happiness. That's why I'm here in Landview, as well as to visit my friend Elizabeth, and perhaps even do a little business.
Yeah. Elizabeth?
Hello, John.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was a little surprised to see Joanna at the wedding. Did she know that Cassie was going to be there as well as Rob?
Yes. I tried to advise against her going, but what can a parent do? When a child becomes an adult, we must step back, allow them to lead the lives they see fit.
Yes, that seems true, doesn't it?
Well, as I see it, from now on, Robert and Joanna must work this thing out between themselves. I've great faith in my daughter. I'm sure Robert can be depended upon to make the right decisions.
Coast is clear. Looks like our hero came alone. Smart boy.
So let her go.
One more thing. You don't move for 5 minutes after we leave. Now, you got that?
Yeah, whatever you say.
Good. Because if you do, either you're gonna see tomorrow. Okay. Come on, let's get out of here.
You all right?
Yes. Hold me.
Forever, I promise.
I was so scared. The only thing that kept me going was knowing you were going to come to save me. Even after I was so mean to you after the wedding. I'm sorry.
Shh, everything's gonna be fine.
I don't know what I would have done without you.
You're safe now, that's all that matters.
Rob, I have really been foolish about a lot of things, especially you and Joanna. I didn't trust you. I should have listened. I shouldn't have just jumped on a plane to New York. I promise you, I will never mistrust you again. Not ever.
Who are you? What the hell is this? You guys doing running around in your pajamas? What are you doing? All right, I get it. Okay. I'll tell you what's behind curtain number 1.
Welcome to Ibn Ani Lounge, Garden of Pleasure.
You gotta be kidding.
No, sir. I am here to fulfill your every wish, your every fantasy. Come. Make yourself comfortable.
Just a sprinkle.
A day.
Helps keep.
Odor away.
And now, with new unscented, Shower to Shower has 4 ways to help you feel drier and fresher between showers.
No. We must not rush the pleasures of the garden.
Katzenjammer kids again. Ooh, great.
No, sir, please. Do nothing for self. It is my pleasure to serve. Is sir familiar with the mystic fertility dance?
Well, hell yes. It's kind of like a high school sock hop, right?
It is where the woman offers herself to the man.
It is done to